好，我们欢迎各位观众回来继续收看 LPL 的晋级赛事。那我们刚才在这场比赛开始之前看到，就是
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the LPL Expansion broadcast here on LPL, and I'm Nick Taysom and Jocko with the trifecta of Ryan, Froskurinn, and more. And so, if you're just joining us, Game 1 was well controlled by Gamtee, and we'll see if Wings of Aurora can bounce back. But Gamtee on the red side, they just played fantastic, and they might be looking at 2-0 here.
It was actually a great game. Very slow, played the lane swap really well, took the very early dragons, pretty much had it tied up the entire time. Then the late mid game just exploded, took a very unexpected, relatively late Baron in favor of China, and just continued to steamroll through Wings of Aurora with excellent
In favor
rotations.
of China?
In favor of China's like 15 minutes, Baron's live, let's do it. They were like, that was like a 27-minute Baron.
Hot dog.
Anyway,
man.
on the screen, I did pull up the brackets, so if you're just joining us, don't understand kind of what went down. First part of the brackets were covered by Raz and Pastry Time. The two teams that are moving on as far as the winners bracket are concerned is going to be Vici Gaming S and Energy Pacemaker. Don't worry, Young Glory Energy Pacemaker carries aren't out yet. They are just moved down into the losers bracket. It's double elimination. Joining them in the losers bracket, although not updated yet on the bracket, is actually DK. World Elite Academy had a nice 2-0 on them, and they've moved along as well. And now we're in the final stretch of it, Wings of Aurora versus Gamtee Fenghui. Again, loser will move down into that losers bracket to face off against DK tomorrow. Winner will move on to face World Elite Academy.
And I gotta wonder what kind of a comp you go with if you're Wings of Aurora this time, because do they like just go all out late game and just never try for that Pantheon type deal again, or just...
They just failed to execute the tools that they had picked in Champions. Like, Mordred tried what he could, but just could not get involved early enough with his team to make a difference. And frankly, Gamtee played their range poke kite composition really well. You had the Kha'Zix, the Corki, the Ezreal. They stalled out the game long enough to wait for Ezreal to build up his tier to actually find items in that Sheen and to find a power spike before they got involved in any sort of team fight. So the fact that they could stall off Wings of Aurora not fighting them for him to, actually get some battle stats was fairly impressive. See the coach right
Look at
now
those
kinda
coaches.
ripping into him.
I was gonna look at those coaches talking to their players, and to think the NA and ELCSs are gonna be like that too in season 5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Coaches now get to stand behind them during pick and ban phase.
Yeah, pretty cool.
I am feeling the Gamtee sweatshirts.
Those look really cool. They really do. The thing on the front reminds me of Invader Zim. I don't know why.
No, it's kind of the same art style. I can see it. I love it when the teams match. Like, normally the teams come out and they're in, like, their racing jackets, which are really popular and common in kind of the GPL team makeup, but these ones are just crazy and bizarre.
Yeah, those are pretty cool. Like, that's definitely imagination right there at its finest. And hopefully, we'll see. We'll see how Gamtee plays in Team 2. We'll see if Wings of Aurora can bounce back. I feel like this is going to be a completely different game. It's probably going to go for, like... It's either going to be a stomp for Wings of Aurora, or I think Gamtee's going to win it in 70 minutes.
It was kind of surprising. Again, Wings of Aurora was the favorite going into this. The only team to ever 2-0 Team King throughout the LSPL. They definitely have a better track record than Gamtee. The last time we saw Gamtee at XCS, they took a game off of OMG, but otherwise don't have any really notable achievements, and just... I feel tortoise in the hare, slow and steady won the race, but we're back into picks and bans this time around. It's going to be Gamtee on that blue side, Wings of Aurora on your red side. This could be game, set, and match for them as they are one game up in a best of 3. Jana being banned.
Yep, Jennifer's banned. I don't want to be biased, but maybe let's hope. What time is it now? 7. God, it's got to be. Oh, let's look at the clock right here. Oh, 6:32. Yeah, it's been a while. Oh, man.
A little bit longer games, yeah.
Jace banned out as well, so Jace has been universally banned every single game pretty much tonight for the most part.
Again, this is kind of a passover from Worlds, really. We saw Pawn had a great performance there. Again, Cool also picked it up, showed it in some third-party tournaments after Worlds. Jace works really well for the Chinese. The meta is more about skirmishes, chasing people and things like that, so the acceleration gate, any type of movement speed ability, this is also why Zillion is really strong, is really potent in the Chinese meta and how early they group in finding that aggression.
So Lucian ban out as well as the Zillion. If you're Wings of Aurora, do you ban out Pantheon against your own team just because?
Nope, but it looks like it is going to be that Zed target ban again.
Yeah, same thing.
Mortred not
see,
going to get
Mortred.
his
I mean, he
star
played a
pick.
really good Katarina game, so I mean, if he can play any of those assassins really good, sounds fine. Give the Gnar up again, first pick.
Again, last time around it was Let Me that picked up the counter pick in form of Morgana. We'll see if Wings of Aurora try to do the same thing this time around. Easy, Corki, and Thresh response.
Yeah, they're opting for the Corkins, you know, all the good stuff, so get to see pretty much similar compositions as we had last time for the most part. It's probably going to be that, absolutely. So maybe a little bit of a switch on the teams, but as far as I'm concerned, it's all the exact same champions.
Kha'Zix being hovered over.
Again?
He performed great last time around.
Yeah, not going to doubt it, absolutely.
They're going for pretty much the exact same composition so far if this Ezreal gets locked in. Of course, trading the Morgana across for the Gnar this time, but Ezreal Kha'Zix looks very much poke-based. They do not have the Corki available. Ooh, I like the hard engage tools and the answer for Wings of Aurora.
Yep, that's another counter that we've seen a lot in the LSPL as of the past couple of days is Malkind in our lanes too, when the Morgana was banned. So we will see what Gamtee chooses to counteract. I mean, go with a Morgana support, why not? Maybe Morgana mid, whatever you want to do. You've got a lot at your disposal.
So looks like that is going to be an ADC Ezreal as opposed to the mid Ezreal as that Fizz gets locked in there. So they were looking for a kite composition as soon as they saw the hard engaged tools of the Jarvan and Maokai picked up by Wings of Aurora. Change gears really quick. Go from more of a kite style mobility. What you got? Gnar's got hops. Got hops on Kha'Zix. Got hops on Fizz and Ezreal. They all got hops.
They do all have
jumps.
hops.
Yeah, they got hops except for Morgana.
Everybody except for Morgana. Morgana's just chilling there like, I don't know how to play basketball. But everybody else has hops. They can shoot from the perimeter.
Ooh,
Hot
Ari.
dog.
Feeling lucky. I love watching the Ari Fizz matchup. Obviously, it's going to go to Ari early
Yes.
because she's ranged and she's able to punish the fact that he's melee, but I feel like it is very much a skill-based matchup as soon as Fizz gets that level 6 ultimate. And it's about, is she going to hit the charm? Is he going to, you know, stripper pull this charm?
I love watching mid lanes that are roamer on roamer to see, you know, who can out-roam the other mid laner. You know what I mean? I love watching matchups like that, basically just to see who can be the better roamer.
Okay, this time around, Tasty, you've now gotten your first taste of Gamtee, as well as Wings of Aurora.
Oh.
I think Pyre and I cast them when they showed up in the Demacia Cup, so tell me,
Probably.
who do you think is going to come out victorious here? Is Gamtee going to find a 2-0?
Is it who I want to come out victorious? Or who do I think is going to come out victorious?
Now, Tasty, we're not biased.
We're not biased at all, but I do want to go to sleep, so I do think that Gamtee should go for a 2-0, but Wings of Aurora, I could see them stomping the crap out of this game. I really could.
I feel like they did a great job addressing their weaknesses last game and kind of changing up those gears, but it's now kind of a point, are they going to execute again? Because last game they had a good roam comp, but never really synergized the Grand Skyfall with the Death Lotus. We'll see if they're able to pull the trigger on the Maokai engagement with the Cataclysm.
Let's do it. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, the zoom in on the stage, that means we are on to Summoner's Rift for Game 2 of this set. Last one of the night between Wings of Aurora and Gamtee. I'm Nick Tasty Manjako, your man with a plan, and the trifecta over here of Ryan Froskurinn Watch. Game 3, or Game 2. Game 2, definitely, yeah. Gamtee in the blue trunks, Wings of Aurora in the red trunks.
And again, it is game, set, and match for Gamtee here. They are one up. It's a best of 3, so they could walk away with it here. It would be our last game of the night, but we'll see if Wings of Aurora are going to stick in this. Again, if they fall down here, it won't mean the end of them. They'll just be knocked down into the loser's bracket.
Yeah, these double elimination tournaments, you know, just like that.
I actually really like this tournament format style.
Yeah, double elimination's always good, but then it's like if you're casting double elimination, then you get to cast the loser bracket too. And it's like, oh, 9 hours more. Yee. But you get to have fun, so I guess that's all that counts.
No surprise that Wings of Aurora is playing more conservatively. They don't want to give up on their last chance. It looks like they're starting with a 4-point.
Yep.
Look at how they're also poised around the mid lane. So they're expecting some sort of lane swap. They don't want any shenanigans. Haven't shown themselves. Have some initial trinkets out to kind of cover their bases, but
I think they are going for a lane swap.
yeah.
Unless they're going for some kind of awkward invade that goes through the tri-brush.
They could be trying to stall out the trinket wards. They're gonna get spotted out right here.
Welp.
So it is going to be a delayed invade onto the enemy buff and then into a lane swap.
Yep.
Likewise, the
gonna see another
response
lane
is
swap.
instantaneously to move Kha'Zix over to the blue buff. Morgana is going to walk through a trinket, so everyone's aware that they're just trading blue buffs. We are going to see another lane swap. Very curious that Wings of Aurora is going to initiate this time around. Gamtee had it the last time, especially because Gamtee just played it better.
And already you can see Mortread just making key, just giving him a really hard time right there on the Fizz early on. Morgana forced to back off already. Ezreal getting the solo lane XP for himself, making it look easy. 2 minutes into the game, God, that orb of depression and deception is just killer.
The orb of depression.
Exactly.
Smack across the face of those creeps.
Exactly. And it's like the damage coming back that's the true damage. It just hurts even worse. And he's like, oh, God.
I'll never call it anything else. Thank you.
You're welcome. I try my best.
Dragon is live. Last game around, Gamtee got the first very early Dragon because they initiated lane swap. Wings of Aurora this time in the driver's seat as far as that is concerned. We'll see if they're the ones to pick it up this time around.
Remember, there also wasn't the first blood last game until 16 minutes in, so...
They also moved around their numbers advantage. The support left the top lane very early, and it was top laner.
Are they going for a dive?
Ooh.
Or are they just taking out the white camp?
There are 4 people up there. They could look for the dive. It's actually very nice that Gamtee warded behind them, so they are kind of aware that this could be a possibility, especially because a big wave was built up by Wings of Aurora. Jarvan's looking at it.
Do force the
No, he's not
recall,
going
but
to.
not going to take it. The death sentence goes wide left, so they are just going to kind of let him be up here, farm out, push out the turret. There we go. Let it be, and, you know, slow early game. It's like Tail versus Yo-Yo in this bottom lane. Maokai versus Ezreal. Who will win mono-y-mono? And then there's Key just getting wrecked in the mid lane. Poor guy.
Maokai.
Mauky.
Maokai doesn't mind this. It's going to be fine. We'll see if they decide to turn this into a fast push, though, and try to burn through this tower. Both waves starting to gear more for chipping away as opposed to freeze.
Yeah, it definitely seems like that's what they want to do. Shove down the turret. And then again, Mortread's just trying to make Key have as hard of a time as he possibly can, trying to look for a solo kill. You know, he might get one soon. Who knows? And Jarvan's still camping on the top side of the map, so...
He's actually been frozen in that river for quite a long time. He's looking for something.
He's just chilling.
He's looking for Kha'Zix, I think.
He's chilling.
Support moseying down. Here comes the gank onto the mid lane. Pings go down.
Oh, no. Does have a flash, so he might be okay. Gonna playful trickster up and out, so I guess that gank was well met. And now I get to see Let Me and AB just duking it out up in the top lane. Narv versus Corki 1v1. We saw this later in the last game, too, except it was, you know, a little bit switchy. Oh, man.
It's far more important that Gamtee is initiating the swap back now. So they've moved their support. I suspect that Morgana is going to go and get some deep wards as she kind of wanders down mid to keep track of where this jungler is. But they're going to be setting up for a dragon relatively soon. She's going to place some deep wards, mosey down into that bot lane, maybe try to take control, find an easy pick or kill perhaps, but expect Gamtee to start looking at that objective.
God, Tail just can't put any damage into Yo-Yo. That Maokai is so damn tanky, even early on. He just can't do any damage whatsoever.
It's all just about absorbing the solo EXP. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
The hunt is on for Jarvan.
They're gonna get him. They're gonna get him.
It pretty much guarantees the dragon now. They took him down to half health. He is popping a pot, so lucky that didn't burn anything too major right there. Did have to let the flash go.
Yeah, but he's still able to fight a dragon, so
If
no
they push
dragon
him out
security
and he has to
100%.
back, they're just immediately going to rotate there.
Yeah. Key and Mortread both trying to duke it out with each other in the mid lane now, and Key's starting to kind of match up in these trades as he levels up just about to 6. So now things might get interesting, ladies and gentlemen. between the mid laners, the battle of the roamers.
Looking
That's a
for the
heartbreaker.
dive. Yeah.
That's a heartbreaker. That is a heartbreaker. And actually turning it up, forcing Kha'Zix to just run straight up and out. So, caught him with his pants down in the jungle, force him to run up and out. No way.
Morchard being very aggressive, knowing that he has that ultimate available. Has to be careful though, because Key just got level 6.
Yep. He's a level 6 Fizz. He's got the shark. Is it still a shark with that void skin?
I believe
Or is it
so.
like a gigantic
Oh,
octopus
it's
or
like
something?
a giant void monster,
Crack.
like a Cthulhu thing
Oh.
going on. It's got a weird mouth. Okay, so Wings of Aurora. Unfortunately, Gamtee were not able to execute the fact that they swapped back earlier. Could not find enough to push out Jarvan or to find a kill onto the mid lane. Again, the Dark Binding miss, and allows Wings of Aurora to also swap back to the 2v2. So this is very, very smart. The dragon was not given up, so
There's still no dragons gone by. Tail
Kind of a
tanks a
stall.
good bit of damage. A little bit of a stall in the top lane. Both of those guys duking it out a little bit. Their teleports are up, so when that dragon does come into play, they'll be ready and waiting to go for gold. Sentry kind of whiffing up on the flay just a little bit wide right, but it's okay. It happens to the best of us. So looking at CS's on this go around, it's like 12 over the top lane. Gnar kind of opening up to a short little lead. Things fairly even for the most part everywhere else. So that's really the only place with a big discrepancy as far as that is concerned. And which, I mean, it's kind of expected. The ranged guy has the edge over the little Malky early on.
And again, a very late game without first blood. We're coming on to 8 minutes here. Second jungle rotation as that blue buff was passed off to Morchard in the mid lane, and no action. Not for lack of trying, but just for lack of execution.
I think the dragon is going to go to Wings of Aurora this time because they've already got enough ward coverage there on the dragon. But there's no way Gamtee can try to sneak one unless they get a pick. There's no way they're going to get that dragon over Wings of Aurora right now.
It's hard to say kind of where the different power spikes are if we have the initial items come down. Corky's definitely at an advantage, and that he actually has battle stats in the form of that phage, whereas Ezreal's sitting on the tier and the longsword.
Corky. Oh man, death sentence.
Wide right.
Not gonna be able to connect. That's just been the story of it all night. Wide right on the death sentence, absolutely. They'll farming it up. You can see they ping out the Fizz. They see spot Fizz. See Fizz run. And he's coming back up. Let me in the top lane on that Gnar. He's just having a fun time. And now sneaking up into the bottom side for a lane gank. It is the monster Kha'Zix, the bug of ages. Maybe they'll get that pick they're looking for. Who knows?
Looking for the Dark Binding. That will be the go. Is he going to find it this time around? Nope. Valkyrie.
Good Valkyrie.
It was very nice, Valkyrie.
Nice reaction time. I wish I could do that. Me, I would have been dead like 5 times already right now.
What? You played Crit Braum. You would have been fine.
Oh. Only in a 1v1. It's got to be top lane against Gnar. I'd take him down. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Jellybean?
I know what you mean. I've witnessed it.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
Decently
So we're
slow
approaching...
game.
Yeah, we're approaching 10 minutes and no first blood, no dragons gone by. 600 gold lead just based on CS and all the good stuff for Team Gamtee, so...
To be
Yep.
really fair to Wings of Aurora this time around and just kind of allowing the stall, they do have much better resources into scaling into the late game.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not like they're just wasting away their power spike or anything like that. That said,
Really,
hold on.
really, both of these teams really have pretty good late game skill. And jump over the wall. Here we go. Absolutely nothing comes of that. That's gotta hurt.
Everyone's so passive and so very safe.
It's almost kind of like shocking. It's like a breath of fresh air at the same time. It's something you never see. So passive a play.
Especially not in this region.
Exactly. Like, I mean, I know I'm not the most China-specific and China-savvy person, but in my experience casting here, it's all been about aggression. Even in the 60-minute games, the kill spread is like 40-40. So, oh man, Yo-Yo and Let Me still duking it out. Gnar actually finally making himself be hurt a little bit. Maybe gonna start, doing a good bit of damage with that Hex Drinker. Maokai gonna back, maybe get the Catalyst into Rod of Ages soon enough. No dragons or first blood's gone by 11 minutes in. Again.
But Nara is really starting to flex on this Makai. Has a decent CS lead coming up onto 90 CS, almost 20 CS. You have to think every 12 equates to 1 kill's worth of gold. So Nara's starting to build a bit of an item advantage. But hold on, Kha'Zix face checking Jarvan. This is certainly your first blood.
Face check. Oh man, the Spirit Rush. This could easily be first blood, and it will. Wings of Aurora pick it up with the Spirit Rush, go to the mid lane to the Mortread. And that's going to be Dragon 2 for them. So now we get to see Gamtee play from behind. Oh man, that's another kill. 2 for 2. Oh, he flashed out. Is he still alive? Oh, Soul Shackle's coming up, trying to turn the gate. Teleport coming in. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. AB, he's going to go down. And so far, it's a 1-for-1 trade. Jumps up and out. Tail is going to get dropped like a bag of dirt. The fish does absolutely nothing. And so, Team Gamtee, the Gamtee, whatever their name is. Gamtee.
Gamtee?
What?
GTF.
GTF. Gatfee? I don't remember their name.
Gamtee.
Gamtee. I said Gatfee.
I thought you said cat feed. I was like, what?
It's almost 7 a.m. I'm like dying right here. Gamtee, that's their name. So they get a hold off. They don't let the dragon go by, and now they actually force the flag and drag up and out. Dragon is still alive, and the gold lead is still 700 in their favor. They might try to go for this dragon as Jarvan is backing off, but he's gonna cancel out and stay right now.
Aurora is collapsing very, very quickly. They are gonna, I was gonna say they are gonna have to pull off of this one. Need to stagger their backs correctly right here because they don't want to give up 2 free objectives. They have to make sure that someone's able to catch a wave in mid should Wings of Aurora try to 5-man this, but that looks like we're now going to be contesting over blue buff.
Well, those Jonas brothers are going to reset. They're just having a little bit of fun. They're just playing it up scurvy right now, aren't they?
Meganar.
Meganar's a big boy. He's going in ham. The double knock up against the wall. Mortread's going to get dropped so incredibly quick. Levo's on the run now. It is basically Wings of Aurora basically on the run. Key trying to stay alive if he can. Yo-Yo is going to go down. 3-2. A 2-for-none exchange. The Fish doing a good bit as well. And Gamtee, peel for Dragon. Gamtee Dragon.
Gamtee going for the objectives as well as picking up the Wings of Aurora blue buff. Wings of Aurora has a nice response here if they're going to go through with it, which would be for that major tower, but it looks like they're just going to shove the wave in and then back off. Kind of watching their flanks up. No, now they're going to commit.
2,500 gold lead right now for the boys in blue. They're going to clear out the wave. They're not going to be able to get the turret down, so...
I think they've got it.
Oh, yeah, well, now the wave's coming up, so they do got it. Yeah, they'll have it.
They're gonna be.
So goalie's going to decrease a little bit, but even still, the Dragon, you know, Gamtee's still playing a fairly solid game for the most part. They really are.
Yeah, great communication from this team, actually, to extend that engagement long enough to wait for the Meganar and to know that that was going to be the cue to fight. We've seen some very disorganized fights, especially the last game. Again, it was never truly a 5v5. It was more like a 3v3 and a 2v3. Mismatched skirmishes happening all over, even in the same lane, but that time on the same page. The Meganar is the go. We're leaping the wall. We're being consistent.
Yeah, that it's like when you know that's your, like, I mean, how many players in the world wouldn't think of that go-to engage right there? Like, no, they could pull that off, right? I mean, it takes serious skill to pull that kind of thing off.
Well, it is Nar. He is very powerful right now. So
he is a big dino, massive fun time monster thing.
I feel like the phrase of the day has been big boy with you.
I like saying that. It's fun to say. He's a big boy, I tell you what.
And you southern accents.
You got southern accents, NASCAR, and the phrase big boy. But when you say he's a big boy, you got to say it like it me. He's a big boy, I tell you what.
I will refrain, but I'll remember that.
You'll refrain for now, but you're gonna be like talking to somebody in a conversation. You're like, yeah, that guy's a big boy. It's just gonna slip out on you one time, and you're just gonna start saying it nonstop.
You're just trying to what? I'm looking for the word brainwash. Wow, it is early. Brainwash me with some subliminal conditioning. Just the repetition, it'll just come out.
It's completely incidental here at 7 a.m. in the Central Time Zone. Hot diggity dog.
Oh, another pick.
Hello, my name is Spirit Rush, and you... Wow. That's awesome. Wasn't expecting him to make it out.
The in, the out, he actually had another proc of Spirit Rush as well as the Ignite. I feel like Mortread just... I don't know if he got scared or it was a straight mechanical misstep, but Could have punished there, and Fizz hippity hops away. Round 2, though. Here we go.
The exact same thing. Are you serious?
He got it that time.
They already did it once before. Why not let him do it again?
Pick potential with Ari. Doesn't even need the ultimate around. Just needed a good old-fashioned charm.
And a Morgana to face check a bush that was just face checked like 5 seconds earlier.
The rotation coming out of Wings of Aurora, however, as they make their way top. We'll see if they're able to pressure down this top tier tower.
Would decrease the gold lead even more. They're down 2,500 just about. With this going down, narrows the gold lead a little bit more, and they're climbing up and back. You know, they've got the mid turret down, so the map control is basically theirs. Now the gold lead is basically, you know, getting less and less and less and less.
They do need to take care of that pressure point on the bottom side of the map. Expect someone's going to make their way down there. Dragon, I feel like it's going to be within the next 2 minutes, so we should be seeing that timer pop up relatively soon. That'll be a next big point of contention. But so far, these teams are going to be looking at deep warding and pick-based compositions.
And 17-minute Baron.
And 17-minute Baron, please.
You can't go wrong with 17-minute Barons. Like, you go double Wriggles. 17. Is that even... Well, that's in the game anymore, isn't it?
No, it's the flare.
Well, this game is at a little bit of a low. What do you think about the Season 5 changes? I know your opinion of Callista as a champion. What about the preseason changes?
I really like the direction Riot is taking as far as trying to increase early game aggression, even though we didn't see it this game necessarily by reverting first blood gold back to 400 without kind of the 2-minute timer. And also the fact that the stats that Draven, I was thinking Travis and I said Dragon, then I got Dravis. The stats that Dragon gives on first rotation, I believe it's plus 8% to AD and AP, is pretty massive. It's pretty much a mini Baron, and so I think that that'll also entice some early game aggression. But it's kind of weird because then they counter that with making the jungle all about sustain junglers, and a lot of the sustain junglers don't find power spikes until level 6 with their ultimates, which means that they won't be getting involved as early.
Alright, so I have one more for you. But there is a flashbox, so we'll get into that just a little bit. Death Sentence is carrying on for a while, so that engagement is just going to go wide up and just blow up in the face. 1 minute to Dragon. You have a minute to explain. Yeah, I know your opinion, but I want you to explain to everybody. Okay, well, never mind. 1 kill down, so keep picking up 1 Spirit Rush as well. He might go down here, and it looks like he'll be able to stay alive with the heal. He's just been phenomenal at staying alive on that Fizz. And now let me teleporting in as well. The Dark Pylons on a Sentry. And Team Gamtee are just looking like pros right here, ladies and gentlemen.
Again, playing another kite-based composition with having self-sufficient champions. They don't rely on their team to help them reposition. It's not like a babysitting comp. Everyone, again, has these leaps, has these abilities to reposition themselves has the ability to reposition themselves except for the
Happy
support
Friday.
player. I know, right?
TGIF.
And it kind of leads to these really scattered fights because everyone on their team is taking care of themselves and repositioning and bouncing around and just kiting backwards. What were you saying?
I don't know. Something about bacon.
Oh, now I'm so hungry. I would love some pancakes right now.
Pancakes.
I read this ridiculous article the other day that said that pancakes weren't selling like hotcakes. Like the definition of clickbait. Oh, he got the steal.
Oh my god, he gets the steal. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kha'Zix, and I am a man.
Definitely worth at this point in the game. 20 minutes, the Dragon Gold is scaled up, so that's easily worth a...
That's going to put WOA on just even more tilt. That's just hitting up their confidence even worse.
Well, it also adds a nice bit of padding for Gamtee here as they look to extend their lead. Oh, what an engage!
That is a very nice engage. You're going to get the catch, you know, flashing up. Morgana, I don't know what you're trying to do. You're trying to buy yourself a lot too much time. You're not going to be able to get... Just get the ward down. Please. Get the wards down.
Please just Baron.
Are they going to go for this Baron?
They're not going to do it.
It's too early.
No. I wanted it, though. But finally, Wings of Aurora connecting on these trades. What an engagement. The fact that the Black Shield was up long enough, of course, doesn't get the pull back, but Sentry able to find the Lantern engage. And now, looking for the Flay box.
Play box, hello, Let Me is the target, but he's going in as Meganar, not going to leave him back, and Key picks up 1 kill. Lemmy's going to tank up a lot of damage. Kha'Zix on the backside, make it a 1-for-1 trade for now. So, 6-6 in kills and still WOA with those blinking health bars. May want to play this one a little bit safe. And wave push on the bottom lane is huge.
They are going to take care of their bottom lane, like you pointed out. Expect to see Maokai go down there. We'll see how Gamtee is going to respond to this. So Gamtee still with a firm lead here as far as the gold advantage. Morgana going through, clearing out the Baron Vision Ward as we come up onto 22 minutes. We'll see if that objective will be any more contested. I don't know. It's too early at this point.
Yeah.
We decided to do 9 hours of games.
There's those diehard fans, man. Diehard fans.
This is not, if this is your first time viewing anything related to the LPL, this is not the normal
this is us,
for
like,
these games.
This is not us high on life, I can assure you that much. Well, I mean, you know, 6-6. It's still a pretty good gold lead
6-6
for Gamtee.
22 minutes into the game in China.
3-3 on turrets, so still relatively close despite that goalie. The Dragons, though, they're courtesy of the smites from Gamtee, so they're looking pretty good on that front. And, you know, kind of wonder who has the edge in these 5v5s outright once we get into the, you know, as we start hitting up this mid to early late game.
Wings of Aurora has more tools to get to the back line and disrupt things. You have the Spirit Rush, you have the Flag and Drag Cataclysm, the Maokai Twisted Advance, as well as the reach of the rockets. The thing is you're trying to lock down again.
Oh
playing
no!
A very mobile
there's
team.
Oh god! Oh, there's a ward in the Baron pit. Never mind. Well, this is a good trade if they get
anyway because the resources are bottom. Wings of Aurora has to commit right here that they're going to take an inhib. That's the only way that this will be worth for the Baron trade. But
do they have enough to take the inhib though? I mean, this Baron's getting melted pretty damn quick.
I don't know. Only Fizz is back. He doesn't have the best wave clear.
Well, yeah, they might be able to get the.
Okay, here comes the Baron. Are they going to be able to back enough?
I don't think they're going to be able to save the inhib. I think the inhib is going to be going down, so.
Completely worth for Wings of Aurora right here. Effectively what this means, yes, hold on a second though, because they're going to look for the engagement.
Yep, here they come with the home guards. Everybody coming in the dark bind, not going to land on anything. Key trying to go for leave it, basically. Absolutely turns into nothing. Yo-Yo taking the lantern out and playing a little bit cheeky. Jump up and in from Sentry. He's going to go down, and it looks like now it's Wings of Aurora on the run, and they're taking this one to hometown all the way through. Yo-Yo is the target in question. Flash up and in from Tail. Gets the kill, so make it a 2-for-none. Baron is still up. The inhib is down in the bottom lane. And if you're Gamtee, what do you do after this to try and push? Do you go match with your own inhib or what?
Okay, so they have to look for a push here, but I don't think they caught enough members of Wings of Aurora to trade effectively, and by that I mean also get an inhib. I believe that Ari would be able to wave clear this pretty well just on her own, but she also has Corki to help her out. And then the big thing is the fact that the Baron was traded for the bottom inhibitor. That is never worth it. Here is why. Effectively, this Baron doesn't count for anything. It's going to be a pause for Gamtee. Yes, Wings of Aurora will have a hard time trying to push in and crack another inhibitor here, but Gamtee can't do anything with their Baron because they're too busy dealing with the pressure point created on the map. Hold on a second, we had that home guard Maokai, but he's like, never mind, don't want
to do it, don't want to do it, don't want to do it. Looks like he should be playing ping pong. Ping pong.
Ping pong.
Ping pong. So, even still, though, the gold lead is huge for Gamtee right now. Down 5-4 in turrets with that inhib down in the bottom lane. I don't know. It still feels like it's hard to tell who's got this one right now.
They're skill-based compositions. It really is. Like, the perfect team fight. Wings of Aurora gets to that back line and just blows it up. But again, all of the tools are available to Gamtee to just kite it back, reposition, counter-engage. They do have to deal with this pressure point on the bot lane, so again, this Baron probably won't be put to use in executing any sort of objective.
And we're 26 minutes in. Dragon's up in 30 seconds. The last one went to the steal from the side of Gamtee, if you recall correctly, I do believe. And they've got that Baron, you know. They have a lot of options. Do they push that top lane? Do they push bottom lane? Do they try for anything? Do they just turtle out the Baron on their own because of the inhib? It's like, what are you going to do?
Well, Wings of Aurora is going to continue to create pressure points around the map and get deep wards. And what they're doing is they're going to try to catch Gamtee in a rotation to one of the pressure points that they're creating with these waves.
Scrying Orb looks a little bit nice. And actually, Sentry's getting engaged on. He's going to go down really quick and easy. And now you might see Gamtee try to go for a counter push up and in. The fish doesn't land on anything. But even still, do they go try for the push? Where do they go? Man, it's like, what do they want to go for? Dragon's Live? Do they go try to push down the inhib with the one-man advantage? I mean, there's a lot of wave clear.
Oh, looks like they're diving.
That is a dive. That is a dive, ladies and gentlemen. Under the turret, but the turret is still alive, so that's going to be a dead Kha'Zix most likely. He's jumping up and out. It's basically let me over the side, getting charmed up on her turret as the big Meganar. And so they all stay alive, but even still, jumping up and in, gets the knockback on the... Oh my god, the True Shot Barrage getting wrecked, getting dropped so incredibly quick. The turret is still alive, and it's just wrecking them so hard. And now it's basically Gamtee on the run because they're so damn low. And that turret, they just can't kill the damn turret.
Okay, so that almost turned out really bad for Wings Aurora and bit them in the ass. However, they are able to survive it. Thankfully for the turret, MVP of that last team fight. They got so impatient. All they had to do was position themselves, wait for Gamtee to walk into them and find a pick. They got impatient. They tried to force a fight in mid lane, got punished. Fortunately for them, the wave was not behind Gamtee to execute anything. I've been saying execute too much, to take any sort of objective.
And so another dragon gone by to the boys in blue. Their gold lead is approaching 10,000, though it really doesn't seem like it at all. This game is so close. So we're like to the point where, yeah, turn off your phone.
I muted myself for that.
Oh, of course you did. Making me look like even more of a moron.
What are you talking about, Tasty?
Absolutely. I don't even know anymore. I don't even know.
These casts were never meant to happen. This was never a good idea.
Never. It's like you put two 4-year-olds together to run a machine plant. What's gonna happen?
I just hope at this point that Gamtee goes into the LPL and they pretty much win every single game. They come in first in both spring and summer. They go on through qualifiers and playoffs and they just storm through. They go to Worlds and they are the new World Championships. Season 5, Gamtee, you're looking at them. This is their debut, Tasty, and we need to.
I'm bookmarking this VOD and I'm gonna film that and we're gonna call that totally. If that happened. Holy Lord.
At 7 o'clock in the morning, in a 9-hour cast on the back half of it, you are witnessing greatness.
It's true. Minute and 30 up onto Baron, so slow play. It looks like WOA maybe going for push on the mid lane. Split push for Key.
Just
see if he can pick up the turret.
Position here, but they're looking for the flank. Well, they find it.
True Shot Barrage does so much damage. Let me so tanky, but he's gonna probably fall down or gets the double knockback, and the fight's still going on. Soul Shackle's on a 3, gonna get a triple stun, but it doesn't matter too incredibly much. Try to pick up 1 kill, flash over the wall. So still none gone by. It's Tail trying to kite as best as he can. See if he can do anything. Gets the arcade shift up and out. So make it a 1-for-1 trade. J4 trying to get up and run away as fast as he can too. Fish doesn't land. Key actually gonna get charmed up on. Does he have the play from Trickster? Yes, he does. Gonna pick up no kills because the Zonies, double Zonies is out as well. Ooh, no play from Trickster. But Tail still can kite out all day basically into oblivion. So he's going for it. Got the one. That's one more. Going all the way. Any resets. Kha'Zix jump in, pick up one. Oh no! All the void spikes don't go. Come on, Tail. Come on, Tail. All the true. Oh, Tail.
Okay, at this late in the game, because so many towers are down, the chase potential is so real from either one of these teams, but especially the blue Ezreal is really starting to shine right here. Wow, that fight started from the 2nd tier mid tower and went all the way up to the 2nd tier bottom side opposite tower.
So Baron is now back up and live too, and it looks like I don't think he's trying to start it up. Are they starting it up? They're pinging it out. Everybody's pinging it out.
I just want him to rush it. Don't even check for vision. Just do it.
The way the smites have been going, Gamtee's got the edge, but it looks like they're just gonna slow play it and back off for now and not let this one happen. You know what I mean? Inhib is back up in the bottom lane, has been for a little bit. So 9,000 gold lead for Gamtee, and it really still again doesn't seem like it. If you're watching this game without the goalie thing, you're shocked if there's a 10,000 gold lead.
I mean, on that flank, I think it showed a little bit. They were just able to come out and just brutalize a nice true shot for Barrage from the side to start the fight, and then another one ended the fight. So that's how long that chase lasted.
Dragon also coming up on the timer count, 50, 155, and Gamtee clearing out all the wards basically. So they're trying to get as much control on this Baron pit as they can. I wonder what they're going to go for now. If they're going to try to play on mid, if they're going to try to get a pick.
Both compositions are pick-based. I mean, really, it's about vision denial, playing with waves, wave management.
Wave management sounds like a college course. Wave management.
I teach it to my students sometimes. Wave management 101.
I'm going to sit in on one of those classes and take notes. I'm just going to go and sit there with a notepad, just a notepad, just taking notes whenever you're doing your lectures and garbage.
Oh, wow. Are they going to go for the flank? They need to decide quickly. Okay, so Wings of Aurora caught out of position. They have to decide, are we going to go back from our base and go up, or are we going to try
Looks
to
like they're going back.
behind?
They're going back.
So much indecision. They keep stopping and starting their recalls.
And is Gamtee going to go for the Baron? What are they doing? Oh, they're going for Baron, but they didn't back off. They don't know that they didn't back, and now, I mean, now they do, but
Gamtee's turn to decide if they want to flank.
I'd be kind of scared to see this 5v5 happen. I don't know.
Okay, the Baron ping goes down. They have a big wave top, so they know that Wings of Aurora will have to respond to it at some point. They need to be patient here.
Maybe they wait for a pick. There's no ward coverage, so they are going to start with the Baron. God, that's a lot of pings.
It's like, you need to hit this Baron right now.
I mean, it's getting melted pretty quick, but I mean, everybody is coming in, so this could be a little bit of trouble. Definitely could be trouble. The Baron is getting melted, but the knockback, so Baron goes quick and easy, courtesy of Let Me. Now they might try to go for the Age, double stun up. True Shot Barrage doing a pretty good amount of damage. Cataclysm up, he's going to go down quick and easy, trying to run away. And they're just on the run right now, is with Aurora, so 13 to 8.
Beautiful zone from Let Me right there. Got the Mega Gnar stun into the wall. Made sure that Kha'Zix didn't have any chance of contesting for that Baron, despite the fact that it was blind. We now have Gamtee Baroned up, heading down.
They might try to close this one out. Not right now, but inhib now is their target.
I definitely think the game's probably over here. It's either going to be over right here, or it's going to be a slow procedural loss for Wings of Aurora. They're just too far behind at this point.
Going for the inhib, yeah. But, I mean, you have to give them credit. They stuck around huge. Even despite being down 9,000, they were still winning fights left and right. So, and now with the wave pushing, they're going to go for double inhibs, or are they going to back out? It looks like they're going to probably back out, maybe play for a little bit of an engagement. AB is half HP just from one Mystic shot. Jump up and in, trying the assassination. Keep picks up one kill. Thresh goes down. Yo-Yo's the next target in question. And AB's alive. Leave it alive. Won't trade alive. They're going to pick up one. AB goes down. True Shot Barrage is up again somehow. Clean up the ace. And this is easily going to be the game, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, it's got to be the game.
And
with the minions coming in.
Comes up huge. They were the underdogs going into the series. Again, Wings of Aurora had the better seed than them. Had the reputation of being the only team to 2-0 Team King, which big deal because King's been stomping everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to the Season 5 World Champions Team Gamtee. Marked right here. Dictated and said by Froskurinn. Clean it up. 2-0 victory. Close out. Alt F4. We're closing that out right now. That is snuff down for the count.
Controlled, methodical, rotation-based gameplay from a Chinese team. Not just any Chinese team.
Where's that Monte Cristo picture of him on the Aliens guy that says rotations when you need it?
OG, what is it? OGN rotations?
OGN rotation. Or is it OGN TSM?
Rotations.
Something like that. Oh, man. That was a fantastic set. So good for Gamtee closing out the Season 5 World Champions to be, ladies and gentlemen.
I want to quickly touch on the bracket before you do your closeouts, even though it isn't updated yet. So you do see the top half of the bracket has already been decided. It's going to be Vici Gaming and Energy Pacemakers moving on from the bottom side of our bracket. Thank you, Tasty, for casting with me. It is going to be World Lead Academy and Gamtee moving on. Dropping down into the losers bracket is going to be DK and Wings of Aurora, along with Young Glory and Energy Pacemaker carries.
Hot dog. What a day, huh? What a day. Froskurinn, thanks for having me on here. Is it time for the outro?
You can do the outro, Tasty.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for watching this LPL expansion tournament on LPLN. I am Nick Tastem and Jocko, the man with the plan, and of course, cast him with the trifecta, always a blast, Ryan Froskurinn and more. So on behalf of her, myself, I think the games are on tomorrow, what, same time, same place?
It never stops. It's 3 days of 9 hours.
Yeah. That's right. So same time, same place tomorrow. You'll see them. I won't be here, unfortunately, but you'll get to see all the fun time with Frosky and company. So, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of her, myself, and everybody here with the LPL and all that fun stuff, shout-outs to the mod, shout-outs to everybody. We will see you next time. We'll see how Gamtee plays in Team 2. We'll see if Wings of Aurora can bounce back. I feel like this is going to be a completely different game. It's probably going to go for, like... It's either going to be a stomp for Wings of Aurora, or I think Gamtee's going to win it in 70 minutes.
It was kind of surprising. Again, Wings of Aurora was the favorite going into this. The only team to ever 2-0 Team King throughout the LSPL. They definitely have a better track record than Gamtee. The last time we saw Gamtee at XCS, they took a game off of OMG, but otherwise don't have any really notable achievements, and just... I feel tortoise in the hare, slow and steady won the race, but we're back into picks and bans this time around. It's going to be Gamtee on that blue side, Wings of Aurora on your red side. This could be game, set, and match for them as they are one game up in a best of 3. Jana being banned.
Yep, Jennifer's banned. You know, I don't want to be biased, but maybe let's hope. What time is it now? 7. God, it's got to be. Oh, let's look at the clock right here. Oh, 6:32. Yeah, it's been a while. Oh, man.
A little bit longer games, yeah.
Jace banned out as well, so Jace has been universally banned every single game pretty much tonight for the most part.
Again, this is kind of a passover from Worlds, really. We saw Pawn had a great performance there. Again, Cool also picked it up, showed it in some third-party tournaments after Worlds. Jace works really well for the Chinese. The meta is more about skirmishes, chasing people and things like that, so the acceleration gate, any type of movement speed ability, this is also why Zillion is really strong, is really potent in the Chinese Academy.
And I gotta wonder what kind of a comp you go with if you're Wings of Aurora this time, because do they like just go all out late game and just never try for that Pantheon type deal again, or you know, just...
They just failed to execute the tools that they had picked in Champions. Like, Mordred tried what he could, but just could not get involved early enough with his team to make a difference. And frankly, Gamtee played their range poke kite composition really well. You had the Kha'Zix, the Corki, the Ezreal. They stalled out the game long enough to wait for Ezreal to build up his tier to actually find items in that Sheen and to find a power spike before they got involved in any sort of team fight. So the fact that they could stall off Wings of Aurora not fighting them for him to, you know, actually get some battle stats was fairly impressive. See the coach right
look at those coaches. Look at those coaches talking to their players, and to think the NA and ELCSs are going to be like that too in Season 5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Coaches now get to stand behind them during pick and ban phase.
Yeah, pretty cool.
I am feeling the Gamtee sweatshirts.
Those look really cool. They really do. The thing on the front reminds me of Invader Zim. I don't know why.
No, it's kind of the same art style. I can see it. I like it when the teams match. Like, normally the teams come out and they're in, like, their racing jackets. Which are really popular and common in kind of the GPL team makeup. But these ones are just crazy and bizarre.
Yeah, those are pretty cool. Like, that's definitely imagination right there at its finest. And hopefully, you know, we'll see.
欢迎各位观众回来继续收看 LPL 的晋级赛事。那我们刚才在这场比赛开始之前看到。
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the LPL Expansion broadcast here on LPL, and I'm Nick Tastem and Jocko with the trifecta of Ryan Froskurinn and more. And so, if you're just joining us, Game 1 was well controlled by Gamtee, and we'll see if Wings of Aurora can bounce back. But Gamtee on the red side, they just played fantastic, and they might be looking at 2-0 here.
It was actually a great game. Very slow, played the lane swap really well, took the very early dragons, pretty much had it tied up the entire time. Then the late mid game just exploded, took a very unexpected, relatively late Baron in favor of China, and just continued to steamroll through Wings of Aurora with excellent
In favor
rotations.
of China?
In favor of China's like 15 minutes, Baron's live, let's do it. They were like, that was like a 27-minute Baron.
Hot dog.
Anyway,
man.
on the screen, I did pull up the brackets, so if you're just joining us, don't understand kind of what went down. First part of the brackets were covered by Raz and Pacemaker. The two teams that are moving on as far as the winners bracket are concerned is going to be Vici Gaming S and Energy Pacemaker. Don't worry, Young Glory Energy Pacemaker carries aren't out yet. They are just moved down into the losers bracket. It's double elimination. Joining them in the losers bracket, although not updated yet on the bracket, is actually DK. Word Elite Academy had a nice 2-0 on them, and they've moved along as well. And now we're in the final stretch of it. Wings of Aurora versus Gamtee Fenghui. Again, loser will move down into that losers bracket to face off against DK tomorrow. Winner will move on to face World Needs meta and how early they group in finding that aggression.
So Lucian ban out as well as the Zillion. If you're Wings of Aurora, do you ban out Pantheon against your own team just because?
Nope, but it looks like it is going to be that Zed target ban again.
Yep, same thing.
Mordred
Easy to
not
see
gonna get
Mordred.
his,
I mean, he
star
played a really good Katarina game, so I mean, if he can play any of those assassins really good, sounds fine. Give the Gnar up again, first pick.
Again, last time around it was Let Me that picked up the counter pick in form of Morgana. We'll see if Wings of Aurora try to do the same thing this time around. Easy Corki and Thresh response.
Yeah, they're opting for the Corkins, you know, all the good stuff, so get to see pretty much similar compositions as we had last time for the most part. It's probably going to be that, absolutely. So maybe a little bit of a switch on the teams, but as far as I'm concerned, it's all the exact same champions.
Kha'Zix being hovered over.
Again?
He performed great last time around.
Yeah, not going to doubt it, absolutely.
They're going for pretty much the exact same composition so far if this Ezreal gets locked in. Of course, trading the Morgana across for the Gnar this time, but Ezreal Kha'Zix looks very much poke-based. They do not have the Corki available. Ooh, I like the hard engage tools and the answer for Wings of Aurora.
Yep, that's another counter that we've seen a lot in the LSPL as of the past couple of days is Malkind in our lanes too, when the Morgana was banned. So we will see what Gamtee chooses to counteract. I mean, go with a Morgana support, why not? Maybe Morgana mid, whatever you want to do. You've got a lot at your disposal.
So it looks like that is going to be an ADC Ezreal as opposed to the mid Ezreal as that Fizz gets locked in there. So they were looking for a kite composition as soon as they saw the hard engaged tools of the Jarvan and Maokai picked up by Wings of Aurora. Change gears really quick. Go from more of a kite style mobility. What you got? Gnar's got hops. Got hops on Kha'Zix. Got hops on Fizz and Ezreal. They all got hops.
Got the hop. They do all have hops.
Yeah, they got hops, except for Morgana.
Everybody except for Morgana. Morgana's just chilling there like, I don't know how to play basketball. But everybody else has hops. They can shoot from the perimeter.
Ooh,
Hot
Ari.
dog.
Feeling lucky. I love watching the Ari Fizz matchup. Obviously, it's going to go to Ari early because she's ranged and she's able to punish the fact that he's melee, but I feel like it is very much a skill-based matchup as soon as Fizz gets that level 6 ultimate. And it's about, is she going to hit the charm? Is he going to, you know, stripper pull this charm?
I love watching mid lanes that are roamer on roamer to see, you know, who can out-roam the other mid laner. You know what I mean? I love watching matchups like that, basically just to see who can be the better roamer.
Okay, this time around, Tasty, you've now gotten your first taste of Gamtee, as well as Wings of Aurora. I think Pyre and I cast them when they showed up in the Demacia Cup, so tell me.
Probably.
Who do you think is going to come out victorious here? Is Gamtee going to find a 2